All right, students, this is step 1 for your room in 1-point perspective project. So make sure you are using a ruler for all of the straight lines that you are drawing, and you should have already completed your rough draft. So you should already know how to use the vanishing point for this drawing. If you need to go back and review any of my previous demo videos that show you how to use the vanishing point, you should do that before starting this assignment. So we are only using pencil because you will be doing a lot of erasing during this step. If I notice that something should be going towards the vanishing point or should be vertical or should be horizontal and it's not, I will let you know, and then you can erase it and you can correct it. All right, so you're going to draw your room. You should have at least a door and a window, but I would love to see other details if you are able to add them. Just a quick reminder that if you're drawing things like pots of plants or other things that have organic shapes that are not needed to use a ruler, you don't have to use your vanishing point. So you see me doing that here in the video. I'm going to add a potted plant and I don't need to use my ruler or my vanishing point for that. All right, so step 2 is ink your drawing. We're going to be using Sharpies, and I do prefer to still use a ruler to trace all of my straight lines because when I try to draw them freehand without a ruler, they look wobbly. So I still used a ruler to trace over all of my pencil lines. At this point, your drawing should be exactly the way you want it because you're making it permanent now. There are 2 different size Sharpies that you guys can check out from the egg cartons. There's the regular and then the extra fine. So if you have really tiny details, you're going to want to take one of those really thin ones so that you can trace those as well. So just trace all of your pencil lines for this step. Okay, our final step is step 3, and we're going to be adding color with colored pencil. So before this step, I didn't really need to, but if you have any pencil lines that you need to erase, do that now before you start coloring, and then we're going to fill everything in with colored pencil. I really want you guys to think about your pressure when you're coloring with colored pencil. I decided to go with a lighter pressure so that I could color my entire paper without exhausting my hand, because if you're going to color everything super dark, that's going to take a really long time and it's also going to make your hand get really tired. So consider using a lighter pressure and just using that throughout the entire artwork, or maybe some smaller areas if you want to press harder and make those darker. You'll see I do that with my pot that my plant is growing out of, just to give some areas a little more saturation of color. But since we're going to color this whole page, I would consider coloring it lighter. And I really am going to be looking at your craftsmanship. You guys are middle school, so I do expect you to fill it in all the way, color it as neatly as possible, and really spend some time trying to make this look presentation ready.